Ich war kein Football-Cast, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that action won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan fans? Welcome back to another live episode of the Light the Torch podcast, and we got some stuff to talk about today. We had spring media interviews with all the new coaches, and also we have some recruiting updates, and then we'll go ahead and maybe get the chat in on some calls here, but yeah, let's go ahead and get the guys in here. So it's just going to be us three today, but hopefully we can get Raul in here maybe a little bit later on. But all right, so of course to my right we have Mr. B. Jones. How's it going, B. Jones?
It's going good, man. Blessed to be here.
Yes, definitely. All right, and underneath us we got Guns. How's it going, Guns?
Doing good, guys. Fight on.
Right on. All right, so USC just had their media day, their spring media day with the coaches. So we'll go ahead and talk about what we heard and what we liked, and maybe see what the chat thinks about some of these new coaches, especially like Gary Patterson, Mike Eckler, Paul Gonzalez. We'll go ahead and talk about them. But so what was your guys' thoughts, like overall, about how spring media went? Like, did it give you more positive outlook, or neutral still and a wait and see? Like, where are you guys at right now overall, B. Jones?
Yeah, man, it's definitely giving me more confidence in this team and this program, man. So, a lot of coaches said a lot of good stuff, man. Some things that we wanted to hear, and some things that broke some news, and some things that we're excited about, as well as them. So, yeah, I think it went great overall.
All right. What about you, Guns?
Yeah, overall, I feeling more comfortable and confident with the new staff in particular, and obviously the staff as well. Just get you going and ready for spring camp, and for soon enough, games will be coming here soon. So
Yeah, it definitely made me more relaxed, or just had more confidence in that we're going to see an improvement. But before we get actually any further deeper into that, let's just talk about recruiting first before we kind of get into like the main encores for this here, because I know we have some recruiting updates, Guns, and along with commitment. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way before we really kind of dive into everything. So Guns, go ahead and give us your recruiting updates.
Yeah, let's start off with the commitment. Like we talked about this past Friday, Quentin Hale was going to announce his commitment, and he did, obviously, and he chose the Trojans. So shout out to him. And today he actually won the offensive MVP at one of the recruiting events. Yep. So shout out to him. He had a crazy catch that wasn't on video, unfortunately, but it was pretty epic from what the guys are saying out there. So shout out to him. Excited that he's on board with us. Some other recruiting updates. So let's talk about DBs real quick. So Aaron Washington, our first commit of the 27 class. As you know, there was some coaching shuffling, happening around the time when he committed, right, with Lynn leaving, and then later on Belk leaving as well. It sounds like he is open to taking some visits now from a USC standpoint. That's not going to happen. They're not concerned, so we'll see how this saga continues. I not worried right now. We'll continue to see how these updates continue to flow through. But from a USC standpoint, again, they're not concerned, and it sounds like they're going to make sure that the kid obviously does not take his visits, because obviously the no visit policy. But more on the DBs, it sounds like we're going to take 4 DBs total, 2 corners, 2 safeties. The second corner will be most likely Danny Lang in July when he has his commitment date. That's the ideal thought. And then the 2 targets for the safeties is still, Honor Johnson and Gavin Williams. But don't be surprised if maybe there's a third safety out there. There's, people think that, Gary and Paul Gonzalez are going to find somebody that just we aren't, privy to right now. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then lastly, Dane Weber. We talked about him last Wednesday. Quarterback, at a Chaparral, right? He was going to be visiting March 24th. Well, that got moved up to March 13th. So again, I think this is a big visit. I'm glad it's even closer than what originally was planned. If we can offer him, I think it's, we're definitely in the mix. It sounds like right now, I'd say Michigan is starting to really pick up steam with him. So, the staff that came from Utah was high on him and whatnot. But we're the local school. If we just give him that offer, we have one of his teammates. Things can get really interesting with him. So just kind of keep that in your mind as well. But that's really it for recruiting updates.
All right. Yeah, I know some people were kind of freaking out that we weren't on his top 8, but I think that I don't know why they put it out so early when he knew he was going to have a trip here. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do. I mean, I think maybe it's a way for him to kind of tell us, right? Hey, I'm slowly.
You better.
Yeah, exactly. You better come with that offer, or it's see you later type situation. So
yeah, but if anyone if you don't give Lincoln Riley at least a good look at when it comes to being recruited by him, then then that's on you. But other than that, Quentin Hale, I'm excited to see how he does. He's like 6'3" or something like that, so he definitely is going to fill a kind of a need when it comes to certain body type of wide receivers that we need.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
I was going to say B. Jones.
Oh yeah, no, I mean I agree with you. Quentin Hale is going to be a contested catch guy, man, kind of like Jacoby Lane, but smaller frame. You see, he made a pretty. I know guys mentioned one of his crazy catches today, but I'm hearing there's quite a few. There was one that was posted on social media, man. That he one hand in end zone. That looked like the ball was well behind him. He just reached back there and grabbed it. So his ball skills are great, man. So another good pickup for the good guys, man.
Let me see if I can try to find that catch.
Yeah.
And he was going against Dante Wright, maybe, which is another kid that we were actually going after at one point, weren't we?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like continuing to happen, but yeah, we were definitely.
Yeah, he's moving away from us because for the most part, we're moving away from him, right?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Well, yeah. All right. Anything else you guys want to say about recruiting?
Honor Johnson.
Honor Johnson. Yeah, he has.
Exactly,
he's a must get.
Absolutely.
Must get. Like everyone needs to be recruiting him right now, even us.
And that's what it sounds like. Going back to the safeties, sounds like he Bowen's gonna do anything to try to get him. So like I mentioned, right? If Gary and Gonzalez see another safety, maybe Gavin is the odd man out. Maybe not. Maybe they take the 3 safeties, right? But yeah, basically, there's Honor's not. We're not gonna take someone over Honor Johnson. So that type of situation, which is good.
My thinking is, he's coming in as an athlete, really.
Yes.
So I want another true safety to add to the class, just in case that we do have to move him to offense permanently.
I agree.
Yeah, we just gotta let him choose what he wants. Just make sure that he's happy with his decision to come to USC, because I'm sure a lot of other teams are probably letting him just make his own decision as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and move on back to the main topic here, which is going to be what's called Spring Media Day. So, who do we want to start with first? Should we start with the man of the hour, pretty much, which is Gary Patterson, or do we want to start with some of the assistants?
Yeah, start with GP.
All right, okay. So then, give us your first impression from his first interview, Guns.
Yeah, I mean, for this interview, I mean, my impression is just I get more confident every time he speaks, to be honest. You know, one of the big things that you kind of mentioned, and you could say is a call out from our prior DC. It's just different schemes at the end of the day. But he's basically saying the edge rushers are going to be rushing the quarterback. They're not going to be dropping back in coverage. Not going to be. I mean, they're going to be setting the edge at times, right? But he's basically saying he's going to let these guys loose and get that QB. So that's what we always all wanted to hear and what we wanted to see. So I'm excited to hear that. But yeah, he's one of the last things I'll say is he's big on technique. Like read something as well where he's gonna have like the first 15 practices, like it's like first 5 practices all about technique. The next 5 is about forget the second thing, and then evaluation was the last 5. So he's making sure that these guys are tech sound and up to speed on everything. So
yeah. What about you, B. Jones?
Yeah, man. I mean, just to add on to what Guns is saying, it sounds like he's very comfortable with his assistants too. Meaning, he said they talk just like he does. So, it means that he's going to be trusting his assistants. I told you guys last week that was not always the case with the previous guys. So, and that always causes confusion and friction in the locker room, and so it's glad that we got guys all on the same page. Coaching staff, we've seen how that goes before. Another thing is when you hear him talk, man, you just hear all the experience. Talks, man. You just tell, like, yeah, he's been doing this for a while, at a high level. So, his confidence grows every day, man. Every time I see him hit the mic, hit the podium, man, my confidence grows in him and this defense and what we're going to be able to do next year.
Yeah. No, I was definitely excited because he felt like he knew the answer for everything. He didn't have to second guess his answer. He seems like also a no nonsense kind of guy. Right. So I think he's going to instill a lot more discipline in these guys. I liked how he was talking about that about the evolution of his defensive scheme, that it's not the same as it was when he first came with it. So he's evolved with it. So it's not like something that we're going to freak out that he hasn't grown with the times of college football. So he's well aware of how things have evolved when it comes to college football. So I definitely enjoyed that. And he has his answer for everything. And I enjoyed that. He was very confident in himself, it felt like.
Yes.
Yeah, he said that you don't make it 25 years as a head coach without pretty much doing a good job for the most part. So, and of course, certain things petered out towards the end at TCU, but hey, he was very sustainable for a long period of time. So, yeah. Do we want to jump over to the offensive side since we started talking with the defensive side? I think Guns wants to talk about a certain coach on the offensive side.
I mean, yeah, I don't mind. Do we want to talk about the other defensive coaches first, or no? It's up to
we
you.
can. Okay, fine. Let's go ahead and talk about Mike Ekeler. There you go. What was your guys' thoughts about some of his comments that Ekeler had to say? B. Jones.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of back and forth with the fan base, but regarding his comments of the talent that he sees in the linebacker room. But I mean, honestly, I agree with him, man. We do have the talent in the linebacker room. Jaden Walker is a great talent.
Wait, what was that quote that he said?
Verbatim.
So Ray Charles could see the talent in this room.
Right. But yeah, man. I mean, I see the talent. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but
I agree.
Yeah, the talent is there. You know, the ability is there. The athleticism is there. We have a very athletic group. What held us back last year is what I'm most excited about having him in particular is the technique wasn't there. Yeah, I mean, if he could be a stickler with the technique and really teach these guys the fundamentals of playing the position, this linebacker group is gonna be crazy. I mean, think about it. We got some speed in the middle and on the outsides. You know what I mean? So yeah, if he can get them going, which the proof is in the pudding. You know, we've seen him do it here with a couple All-Americans. While he was here last time, his last thing here. So we see what he can do when he gets that type of talent, right? Yeah, pretty excited about it, man, and it sounds like he is too.
Yeah, definitely. Guns.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell he brings the juice. I mean, just from his interview, in my opinion, he wore one of his old USC hats. You could tell that that's not a hat he just got and was just working already. That thing has been in the sun for some time. So I thought that was cool. You can tell he's just a hard nosed type of guy. I thought it was pretty funny that he kind of, in a way, took a shot at Coach Rule. Basically saying that he was really never in the special teams meetings and whatnot. But I like that he's basically saying that special teams is too easy to him, right? He wants to be coaching the defense as well, right? And that's what was one of the reasons why he left Nebraska, right? He was just a special teams coach and he wanted to coach the defense, right? So he wants to be challenged. And I love that to hear. So, he's a big time teacher, sounds like. And real quick, going back to the special teams, I mean, like, if he thinks it's so easy, I'm ecstatic about that side, right? Like he's gonna have these guys flying and tackling and making good decisions and being aware of what's going on. So. Can't wait to see what he does on both sides, special teams and the linebackers. But he brought the juice.
Yeah,
they blocked 3 field goals and 2 punts last year at Nebraska. And I would like to think that we have slightly better athletes over here.
Yes. Oh no, I was hoping that you wouldn't have said the whole thing about Matt Rule or whatever. That was funny. But it also showed us something about Lincoln Riley as well. That Lincoln Riley is taking interest in the special teams room. So he's not just focusing on like the quarterbacks or whatever. He's actually focusing on being a head coach, being everywhere, being in all the rooms. So that's definitely something you love to hear about your offensive-minded coach that calls all the plays. That he's in every room. He's making sure that everything's he got the P's and Q's together. So I enjoyed that. But Mike Eckler, he definitely he's going to have the energy, and I'm assuming he's going to be on the field with all the energy, because that was one thing that we kind of had issues with when it came to our linebackers, is because apparently Ryan was actually in the booth coaching the linebackers. So having Eckler on the field will definitely will already improve the linebackers, I feel like, right off the bat. So
yeah, no, Eckler can't be in the booth, man. That guy's too much energy, too much.
He would not have fun up there.
Yeah, he'll tear the booth up. So we got to have him down on the field for sure.
Yeah, but I definitely liked his comment about Ray Charles. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So that's who we got. All right. But I definitely feel like he's going to be good for Jaden, Desmond, all of the linebackers, Tamari, Talanoa. So yeah, it's going to be good. our linebackers, I feel like are going to be maybe one of our top 2 defensive positions. Like it's going to be interesting to see where our DBs are at, but I feel like with the talent that we have, they have a good shot at being one of the top defensive positions.
Hey, don't sleep on the Rufo kid, man, from Georgetown.
The what?
Rufio, the transfer we got, linebacker.
You mean Devin?
Oh, Brian? Yeah.
Nope. Rufo. Is it Rufio from Georgetown?
The walk-on transfer guy.
Yeah, I said don't sleep on him. I already got to get his name.
Okay.
See, y'all sleeping on him, man.
Clearly. And then also I forgot what I was about to say, but yeah. All right, anything else you guys want to say? Is that how you say it? Giancarlo?
That's his first name.
Huh. I don't want to have to learn how to say that, God. But all right, anything else you guys want to say about Eckler before we move on?
Okay.
All right, let's move on to Paul Gonzalez here. So he is the safeties coach. So give us your thoughts on him, Guns.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of definitely like the new guys, right? Obviously, like Eckler. It's good to hear him speak and whatnot. He definitely, again, sounds like a teacher. Sounds like he wants these guys to be aggressive, not overly aggressive, disciplined. I forget the exact statement he said, but I enjoyed it. He's gonna basically say he's gonna walk that line, to being over as aggressive and disciplined and whatnot. So I'm excited about it. He gave us a nugget about Christian Pierce. He had an off-season surgery. Yeah. So it was good to hear about that. And hopefully he's getting healthy and whatnot. So it sounds like he'll probably be a little out of pocket, I would assume, in terms of spring camp, which is okay. Excited for just the other guys to showcase their talents for him. I think he is going to be the big piece in terms of that DB, right? We talked about last week about how the staff feels more confident in the front seven than the DB room overall. So he's going to be that mastermind, obviously, with GP and the rest of the crew over there to figure out who we're going to be playing and how we're going to look and all that stuff. So all in all, I thought it was a good interview.
All right. B. Jones?
Yeah, man. Just if you look at GP's defenses over the years, man, which, Paul Gonzalez has been a part of the staff every year, it's always been about the safeties. I mean, his DBs shine. He put a lot of guys in the league, man. His DBs are always right up there every year. So Paul Gonzalez is one of the main reasons for that. So I'm excited to see what he does with our DBs. We got some guys, we got a lot of talent here and some guys that can really hit. So if we can kind of tailor it down to, being more disciplined though with our tackling, and learn when to go for the big hit, and not whiffing. I think we'll be good, man. Which I heard he's a stickler on, so we're gonna be good in the secondary, man.
Yeah. So the quote, I'll go ahead and read the quote for you, Guns. He said, "You're going to see a very disciplined and aggressive group. There's a very fine line between being over aggressive and also not being aggressive enough. We're going to walk that, but our guys are going to be disciplined. They're going to be tough, physical. You're going to see a defensive front that plays on the other side of the line of scrimmage, and you're going to see secondary players that challenge and contest every shot." Which that last part I definitely appreciate, because we didn't really see too much contested catches from the safeties, except for Bishop Fitzgerald. He was the one that kind of really went up for those contested catches for them. So I'm excited that a lot of this is going to be about being disciplined and not being too aggressive, because there's been times where our safeties bit up to one side a little bit too aggressive, and then the running back would come back to one side and he'd be gone for a while. So I definitely appreciate that from him. So I'm excited to see how he does. He talks really well, so it's going to be interesting. Because I know some people were upset when Belk was gone. So, yeah. Anything else you guys want to add about Paul Gonzalez?
Yeah, just to note, he is from Sacramento. He's from the Sacramento area, so he does have some ties up there. That you know, with Folsom High School being up there, there's always some good talent up north that we seem to pluck out of the northern area. So, yeah, can't wait to see what he does on the recruiting trail as well.
All right, who do we want to move on to next? Trevon. Do we want to talk about Skylar Jones?
Well, since we're in the secondary, why not just go with T. Reed?
All right, go. Start us off, B. Jones.
Yeah, he's excited. You can hear the excitement, you know, in this interview, man. He's excited about his guys, and he even made us a couple promises, man. He said it'll be fun. Promise it'll be fun. To me, you know, it's only fun when we're winning and we're dominating, man. So, you know, I expect that. We got a lot of talent coming in, a lot of experience coming in. Well, not a lot, but we have some experience coming in. Johnson Williams, but outside of that, you know, not too much experience. If Chase and Johnson can heal up and make a speedy recovery and get back on the field for us, that would be great. But aside from that, I mean, the talent is there for sure. We got, you know, from the freshman class, we got Lockhart, we got Hill, you know, we got, you know, I mean, we got, who else we got? We got Tristan Castro, who could be in the rotation as well, man. So, yeah, the numbers are definitely there. The depth is there. And he seems pretty excited about what we're going to be able to do this year.
Yeah. Guns?
Yeah. You know, he's excited about the scheme, right? The scheme, you know, plays the DBs, you know, lets the DBs go and attack. So he loves that. You know, he talked highly about, you know, John Tez, talked highly about, obviously, Chasen, talked highly about Albert Hill, incoming freshman, basically saying, you know, whatever, wherever he can kind of get up to speed is where he's going to play, right? So he's going to look to a corner, but it kind of, in a way, hinted maybe he might, you know, play somewhere right wherever he's, you know, most comfortable and up to speed with, right, basically. So, yeah, he's excited about his room. Talked highly about RJ Sermons as well, just, you know, being more mature on and off the field, right? I mean, he technically, you know, right, he's supposed to be a freshman this year, and, you know, so that's a big jump for him. He kind of, you know, mentioned that. And so, yeah, he feels comfortable, feels confident with his room. And like Bijan said, he definitely made some promises. So I'm excited about that. I like that from a coach. So you just got to, you know, show up now about it, right? So
One more thing, man. The way he spoke about Prophet Brown, I thought he was going to tear up, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, so no, honestly, I'm very interested to see where he plays this summer. So hopefully we get some idea this spring how we tend to use him.
Well, okay. Yeah, like what we were saying before about Gary Patterson, that he's going to trust his assistant coaches more. I feel like we're going to see that when it comes to these rooms, especially with these players. They're definitely going to – I feel like he's going to trust Trevon a little bit more than maybe some previous coaching staff. And real quick, got to give a shout-out. I know you put it up there, but shout-outs to Christen for the $5 dono. Fight on, fellas. Appreciate it, Christen. And if you guys are not following, subscribe to their channel, 4th and 9 to Victory. Please go and do that right now, or at least put it up on another screen or whatever. So don't leave this first, but definitely go ahead and subscribe to them. But he definitely had a lot of glowing reviews about John Tez, saying that he was the best player in the transfer portal. So he definitely feels very confident in John Tez. But it's going to be interesting to see the spring practice since Chasen's still probably going to be out for the spring. We're going to see a lot of the younger guys. We're going to see We're going to see how Celis has improved this offseason, and even some of the younger guys, of course, Rock Hill, B-Lock. So it's going to be interesting. But I'm hoping that he'll have more free reign when it comes to like coaching these players and putting the best on the field.
Yeah.
So, anything else you guys want to say about Trevon before we move on?
Nope.
All right, now let's get into the trenches here. Let's go ahead and talk about. Let's go and talk about Skylar Jones here. So, go ahead and give us your impressions from Skylar Jones, Guns.
Yeah, I mean, he's just very excited. Obviously, I have the opportunity to be the D tackle coach. You could tell in his face and the way he was talking. Talked about just his connection with Henny and whatnot, but just talked about the relationships he's already built with these guys in this room, right? Because he's had the opportunity to recruit most of them, if not all. So I think that bodes well. He's not somebody that's bright, fresh. He knows these guys already pretty much well. So he's definitely has that edge to that room, if you want to say that. But lastly is just he talked about Alex Van Summeren, right? Basically saying that he teaches him things, he teaches Alex things. So I think that connection is going well so far, and I think again he's going to be a big piece to that defensive line. So
all right, B Jones.
Yeah, I can see the humility in this guy. I mean, obviously he's very grateful for even being in this position. He understands what USC is, and it's great. You could tell that he definitely has the potential to be a star, just like any was. The relationships are there. He's built them. He recruited these guys like Guns mentioned, and you could tell that he's going to be one of those guys that these players are really going to want to play for, just like Henny was. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. We weren't all enthused to begin with, but after seeing him talk,
what?
Kind of swayed me a little bit. After the disappointment of not getting my guy, I'm really starting to like this Jones guy. Not just because we carry the same last name.
Bias, I see. No. I enjoyed his interview. He didn't really give too much, but he definitely had a lot of glowing reviews for Alex Van Summeren, or however you want to say his name. But he said that he's going to be a lead. He's definitely a leader that a lot of the guys, younger, older, all look up to. So that gives me some more. I'm more relaxed with him being in there, but I made the prediction of that Jamian will be like the freshman that's going to get on there, but who knows? But Skylar did talk about Jamian, and that I did not know that they all went to the same high school. So him and Jamian went to this West High School or whatever. So that's a good nugget that kind of probably helped with his recruiting as well, that he could relate with him on that situation. But other than that, he definitely dog work's not going anywhere. He talked about how that was like a lifestyle, and it really is. Like if you don't know what it is, you definitely look it up. It's definitely something that it's not going to go away just because Henny's gone. It's definitely something that you just take with you and just put to your day-to-day life. So I'm more confident. I'm not as from the last show. I was a little bit skeptical, but I'm still on that border. But like I'm leaning more towards that. I'm happy with this pick at this point. Shout outs to Byron and shout outs to J Rod in the chat. But yeah, anything else you guys want to add about Skylar before we move on?
Nope.
All right, so, let's go ahead and talk about Sean Nua. So There was a lot of rumblings that Sean was going to be out for a defensive coordinator position, but he is back at USC. So, anything of note that we want to touch on from his interview?
Just the way he spoke of Coach Dog. Something that we all been saying here, like the Torch, man, that Coach Dog is going to be a star.
Yep.
You can see the potential. It's definitely there. So I think, I had him as one of the top 3 people on our staff, personally. So, and his birthday just passed too, man. Happy belated birthday to Coach Dog. But yeah, man, I was not surprised to hear him talking about it. I know they're very close, but it's just the things that he was saying is just, spot on. And, I can't wait to see it. Actually, I can't wait to see it. That means he'll be leaving us. So if he does get a GM position, but, down the line, I hope that does happen for him. And I think he'll be great GM eventually.
Yeah. Like if anything, it goes Chad, Lincoln, and then Dog as like the top of our recruiters at this point. Like he's up there. Like he's important to this whole 2026 class. Like without him, I think maybe half those guys don't sign with USC.
But when you say Chad, you gotta say Chad and company.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No, Chads.
Well, yeah. I wasn't even talking about him, but I was saying
okay.
Weston and all the guys on staff, man. All those guys that don't get mentioned enough.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely Chad's his right hand man. I can't remember his name at this point, but yeah, the staff that he brought has definitely been a plus. But yeah, no, Coach Dog definitely is up there as one of the MVPs of our recruiting staff. But yep. So anything you want to say about Sean Nua, Guns?
No, I'm just last thing I'd say is talk highly about Wafel, right? Basically said he's the reason why he's the number 1 guy. We're all high on him, obviously, every fan. So it was good to hear about that. Yeah, he's kind of didn't say much in my opinion. I think he's just ready for spring camp. Seems like he's kind of in that mode, I'd say. Definitely a big off season for his room. So
just to piggyback off that, he mentioned Wafel. He mentioned that his mentality is there.
Yes,
which is what you want to see from a freshman, because that's not always the case. Thanos was the same way. Had that dog mentality. So if we can get that type of production from him in year 1, we're gonna be good.
Mm-hmm.
What you got there, BC?
All right, we gotta break up this comment. Chris says, he likes to twist the words a little bit over here.
What did he say here? Let's pull it up.
Okay.
Guns, talk about how you agree with Ray Charles. See when you have a forum. Yeah.
See, I don't know where this room first round linebackers are coming from. All right. So that's your words, obviously. Chris. Look, there's talent in that room. At the end of the day, yes, they did not play to their potential. They were very young, obviously. So there is talent in this room. He just has to make sure and put these guys in the best position and have them produce. So, look, they're not first rounders, obviously. And it's okay if they're not first rounders. All right, look at Texas Tech's linebacker, Rodriguez, right? He was one of the top productive linebackers. Is he going to be a first rounder? Probably not, right? He's in the later rounds. So you don't have to have first round linebackers in college to be productive, all right, on the defensive side. So, yes, Ray Charles can see that we have a room full of talented guys in that room.
All right. What you got there?
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, towards the end. But yeah, so we've pretty much gone through all the defensive coaches. Let's go ahead and make the jump over to the offensive side here. Do we? Let's go ahead and hit on some of the some of the coaches that we're not saying that they're not important, but we already know what we're kind of getting with them. Anthony Jones. Anything you guys want to touch on from him?
We might be related.
Like legit?
Yeah, actually.
Actually legit?
Yeah, but I'll let you know more about that in coming days. But yeah, definitely.
23andMe comes back.
What's this? Something like that. Yeah, but aside from that, I don't think he really said too much. Just a lot of things that he couldn't say about how he, talks to these guys. But no, but for the most part, he just let us know that we have a tight knit group in the running back room, and they're ready to get after it.
All right, Guns.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say much. He just kind of talked about, I'd say, the young guys a little bit more. It seemed like, talked about Rado's right, the jack of all trades kind of guy, but don't sleep on Austin. Right, he's got the power, so he's interested to see how they kind of grow in this off season in the scheme. But just talked about how King Miller and Wayman are like best friends off the field, right? They're always around each other, and I think that's good, right? Because obviously they're competing against each other or whatnot. So yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on to let's go ahead and talk about let's go to Chad Savage, the tight ends coach and inside receivers coach here. So I definitely liked his interview. He definitely he has a savageness to him, actually. Like, it's not just his last name. He definitely lives to that name. So give us your thoughts on his interview, Guns.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that statement you just said. But yeah, he gave us a nugget about Zacharias Williams moving to the inside. Thought that was very interesting. Interested to see how that unfolds. But yeah, he basically said, both inside receiver room and tight end, which is expected, right? It's an open competition. He did say, though, that Tucker Ashcraft is going to be an instant impact player on the field and off the field, in terms of leadership and even on the field. We've highlighted that he's a good blocker. So he's got experience, and he's really the one true experienced Big Ten tight ends. So I can understand and agree with where he's coming from. Talked about, Mark Bowman, about he's got all the talent. He just needs to, see the point of attack, right, in terms of the college level, but he's definitely has all the tools to be great. Yeah, he's definitely a savage. You can tell he's a savage. So yeah, I'm glad that we still have him on the staff, as talked about as well. There were some opportunities that he could have left, but he said that this was the best place for him to continue to grow.
Yeah. B. Jones.
Yeah, the savage known as Chad. Yeah, man, look, he loves being here. You can quote him saying, "I'm a West Coast guy." We love that, especially with his recruiting ability, especially him, being so competitive in the recruiting field as well. He said he takes it personal.
Yeah,
like Jordan, got a little NJ in him, man. The real GOAT. Yes. Glad to hear him say that, man. Glad to see he's going to compete on the recruiting trail, man. He takes it personal, so he's going to really be after guys. Like I say, he's a West Coast guy, man. He knows what USC is. He knows what USC is all about, and he knows the standard that we have here. Yeah, he had his opportunity to leave, like it was mentioned, but he stuck it out for those reasons.
Yeah. Yeah, he also had some glowing. He's pretty high on Nele Topu. Yeah, I'm butchering that, but he's definitely high on him. So that was good to see. And then he did talk about Walter Matthews, that's saying that he's improving as well. So he has all the tools to be a very good tight end. So I'm assuming he just needs to be a little bit more consistent in that aspect. But I liked his whole thing where what you were saying, that he takes it serious when someone tries to go and compete against him when it comes to recruiting. And he knows his his name holds some weight out in the West Coast, which that just shows that he's very confident in his abilities to recruit. So I definitely like that, and I think I'm glad we were able to keep him and able to not, or at least he wanted to stay at USC. So he enjoys it out in Southern California. So it's definitely good that we were able to keep him. And but yeah, he did emphasize that it sucks that we don't have Lake back, but he's excited about true freshman Mark Bowman and Trent Mosley as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Or anything else you guys want to say about Chad before we move on?
Nope.
All right, let's move on to Zach Hansen here. Or actually, you know what? Since we're on the wide receivers, we'll go to Dennis Simmons. So anything you guys want to mention about Dennis Simmons' interview? B. Jones?
Nothing that I can think of off the top of my head, to be honest. I mean, Coach Simmons is a very straightforward guy. You know, he doesn't really give you much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Guns?
Yeah, I mean, same thing. Didn't give us much. You know, he's kind of a quiet guy, but yeah, I mean, just quiet guy, but he produces guys at the end of the day. So excited to see what he can do with that room.
Yeah. He's not worried about the youth that we are pretty much that we have in this wide receiver room. He did talk about I don't know why the person who asked this question thought that, like, I mean, I get it that they do 7-on-7s, but 7-on-7s doesn't really fully get you ready for the physicality of college football. It gets you better when it comes to route running, I would just assume, but I feel like 7-on-7s is more like backyard ball than it is for getting you prepared for college. I may be wrong. If there's anyone that's been in the 7-on-7s recently, let me know if I'm wrong on that. But he's confident in the freshmen that are going to be in here, along with Corey Sims and Romero Eisen and Roderick. Romero Eisen. Sorry, not Roderick. But
Yep.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about for Dennis Simmons before we move on?
Let's move on to Hansen.
All right. Moving on to Zach Hansen. Give us your thoughts, Guns.
Yeah, I think this was one of the big ones, I'd say. Basically talked about, even though we're returning 5 starters, it's pretty much open competition. Highlighted that Tobias Raymond is going to, play a little center in spring. It kind of caught some guys off guard in terms of fans. I kind of like it though. I talked about Pepe. He's going to, start out right tackle in terms of competing, but he definitely wants to work on his versatility as well. So wouldn't surprise if we move him inside in the future. But he basically wants us to take that next step, right? Instead of just blocking guys and covering guys, he wants to put guys on the ground. He wants to be more physical and whatnot. So I think all of us are glad to hear that. He definitely wants again to see up the expectations. So and it makes sense. So deeper room. Glad that we're bringing experienced guys back. We can have them teach these young guys. But yeah, this is the big key this upcoming season. So excited.
Yeah. B. Jones.
Yeah, man. He's not complacent. He's not satisfied.
Yes.
Yeah, Harris said we need to grow. We need to grow as a group, chemistry wise, and if we want to be a championship team, that's the next step. Right? That's what he said. As well as another quote that stood out: "The competition puts great pressure on everybody. You got a guy behind you breathing down your neck. It's going to push you to become a better player and really focus in on every little detail of your game." So, I mean, who can't love to hear that? Who doesn't love to hear that from a coach? Especially with him saying that it's going to be open competition. So, we have some freshmen that look like they can get in the rotation early, man, and it's really going to push our guys, which is only going to make the whole unit better. So I think the offensive line is really looking to take a big step this year, and we're going to need them to.
Yeah. When he was talking about all that, that just made me think that these freshmen are definitely going to. There's a high chance that they're going to make a early impact this season. So the fact that Kenny Pepe is going to be playing at right tackle, which is great, it's going to get him. I feel like he has a good chance that he could see that field really early on the offensive line. And then the moment that Page is gone, he's going to slide right over to the left side. So it's going to be interesting to see how this offensive line battle goes down when it comes to the spring. And who knows, maybe Breck can get some playing time at center. So
we still got Mount.
What?
So we also have Mount Vicona.
Yeah. So
Sure.
it's definitely going to be an interesting battle when it comes to that offensive line. But Zach Hansen's the guy. Like I'm so happy that we got rid of the other guy. But all right. Anything else you guys want to say about Zach?
Nope.
All right, let's move on.
He didn't leave us.
Huh?
Said he's another one. I'm glad he didn't leave us. Kansas State.
Yes, thank God.
Yes.
Like that was huge, especially and also keeping his wife too.
Right.
Let's move on to Luke Heward. So go ahead and give us your thoughts on Luke B. Jones.
Yeah. Nothing that really stood out as far as the quarterback room. We pretty much know what the quarterback room is. It sucked losing Husan, I guess. That was an interesting situation, but Jonas Williams, man, I'm telling you, I just got a special feeling about this kid, man. He's going to be a guy. I think he's pretty slept on. Yeah, I mean, you say, he spoke on Jonas Williams saying that he's pretty mature, especially physically. His body is, he's already gone to his man body, basically, man. So he's going to be pretty much ready to go, man.
All right. Guns?
Yeah, I didn't say as much, I'd say, then compared to the other guys. We spoke highly about Jonas, so far, what he's accomplishing, on and off the field, not even football related, definitely accomplishing his goals and whatnot. To me, it kind of, someone asked the question, are you going to continue to, recruit quarterbacks at, high school level, essentially, with how everything's kind of going, the whole entire country and whatnot. He said he's obviously going to continue to recruit elite guys for, USC and whatnot. But the way he kind of was speaking, it kind of sounded like he wasn't happy with the situation regarding Longstreet, which I can understand where he's coming from. He put a lot of, time and effort into Longstreet flipping, right? And so him kind of, saying, well, I'm leaving. I can see where it kind of comes off that way. So at the end of the day, he's going to continue to recruit guys to be Trojans and make sure that they stay as Trojans. But he's definitely high on Jonas and talked about, as well as Jaden, continue to grow as a leader.
Yeah. Pretty much going to reiterate everything that you guys said. That he said that Jaden, he has a tremendous sense of urgency moving forward when it comes to being the quarterback for his third season at USC. So I'm excited to see how Jaden evolves from last year, because a lot of people already wrote him off before. It's just going to be I think it's going to be a well-oiled machine, even more. Like, it's going to have, I feel like it's not going to sputter as much as people think it's going to be, since Makai and Jacoby Lane are gone. I think his talents is going to also help some of these younger guys step up, and he's going to put the ball right where he needs to. And he's going to be able to read the defense way quicker, and he's going to get the ball out of his hands. So I think Luke is definitely going to be like pivotal for for Jaden, just as much as what is called Lincoln Riley is. So,
yeah.
All right, that's pretty. I didn't think we'd go through all the coaches, but we did. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to say about some of these coaches before we open it up to the rest of the chat to give their input?
Just real quick, I know Trojan fans are pretty harsh on the guy, but Rob Ryan will be moving into an analyst role from what we're hearing. And I mean, again, man, that's a lot of experience going into being part of the staff. So say what you want about the guy. He does have a lot of experience, and he did. From what we were hearing, he came up with the game plan against Michigan, man, and you see how that turned out. So, I kind of like that move, to be honest.
It sounds like the assistant coaches had way more impact than a certain other coach had when it came to some of our what is called wins last year. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. So, any last words from you, Guns?
No, I mean, the last thing I have to say, I mean, just get you going and excited for this upcoming spring camp. So I'm glad the USC did this for us, and can't wait.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I put it in the chat. So if you guys want to jump in, definitely go ahead and come on in and just give your input on what you guys thought from some of these coaches. If you were able to watch all the interviews, definitely go and go to USC Athletics YouTube channel. Has all of them there. So, was there anyone that we missed? Because we didn't hear from AJ. AJ, correct? What's his name?
Correct. AJ Howard. Yep.
AJ Howard. We didn't hear from him, and because he's fairly new. And who else did we just recently get here?
Sam Carter, but he's more of a analyst, I think.
Okay.
So maybe that's why. But
all right, but I guess while we're waiting for everyone, this is not the final product of it, but I have some new chains coming in right here. So I have a new Cuban link for the chains, and then also a little spinner for it. So got this going on. So I'm going to probably make this a little bit bigger and make this a little bit more sturdier. So, so be on the lookout for these. I'm hoping to make this at least double, maybe, double the size of it, maybe double the size of the chain too. But I'm still trying to figure out all the kinks for it. So this just finished printing while we were on. So it takes a lot less time for me to print these too, so it makes things a little bit easier for me. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. So be on the lookout. I'm going to try to update my website too to make things a little bit easier. So
there you go.
But yeah, anything. Let's see here. Trojan says, "What about Willie Washer? Center?"
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be center as well. I mean, something like Kalon Miller is an option. Again, they're not saying that these guys are going to be starting or whatnot. Again, it's just they're getting reps and having an opportunity, right? Build that depth at the end of the day, because guys got hurt last year, so making sure that we have other options if needed. And I mean, at the end of the day, when it comes to crunch time, they are going to play the best five guys. So
yeah.
Yep.
And I'll also probably put Fight on this or whatever. I'm going to have different logos too, not just the Trojan Head SC on there, maybe the Fight On logo on there. So we'll see.
Oh.
So What are you guys' thoughts about what Joe Boyd said? Aaron Washington never should have committed. We kind of touched on this a little bit before, Joe. When the shuffling with Doug Belk kind of happened, that's probably what's prompted his thoughts of moving with maybe some different, maybe try to visit some other schools. So it's not on him. Like he's comfortable with Doug Belk, and we get it. So like it's not just about NIL all the time. It is about relationships. So he had that relationship with Belk.
Yeah, I mean, again, USC is not concerned in terms of the situation. So, he might be saying he wants to visit, but USC is going to do what they've done with the past, right? There was rumors last year with a couple of players, right, that they were potentially going to visit, whatnot, and what happened? They didn't visit, right? So, again, trust the process, if he does decommit, he decommits. I mean, there's going to be other options we haven't out there, so not worried. So I think we good.
No, I'm sure there's others that will be just as eager to jump on to commit to USC. So we want him, but if the whole situation with Belk and Lynn not working out here is a deal breaker for him, that's on him. Like he needs to go where he feels like he has the best chance. So if he's not comfortable with this coaching staff, then by all means he can go somewhere else. All right. So we've had the link in there. So if you get in here before we get out of here, because I'm getting hungry and I'm not going to stay on here just to wait for you guys to jump on this jump on the line. But I don't know. Hopefully I can finalize this within the next week or so, and then it should go live. And other than that, anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out of here?
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, camp's coming up here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
So excited. Hopefully we see
March 3rd.
The roster here soon. I mean, we're kind of seeing a little bit of tidbits of people's New Jersey numbers. So we'll probably talk about that later on once we get the full roster. But I mean, we're getting close.
Oh yeah, and real quick, shout outs to the men's U.S. hockey team. They beat Canada and took the gold for the first time since 1980. The Miracle on Ice. So shout outs to them, America. And then also shout outs to USC baseball. They're in the season right now, right?
Yeah, 7-0 so far.
Yeah, they just
looking good. Yeah. First time at their home field. Field looks great. So it's been nice to watch some baseball. They'll have their first road trip here shortly, going to San Luis Obispo, great city. I'm excited for baseball.
They beat Pepperdine, right? Like Pepperdine's a baseball school, aren't they?
Historically, yes.
Yeah.
These last couple of years, they haven't been great, but yes, historically they are a good program. Yep.
Okay. Well, yeah, shout outs to them. Shout outs to women's basketball beating Wisconsin 66-59. That was 2 days ago. Men's
they had
basketball,
a close one today. Unfortunately, couldn't get the job done on the road against top 10 Ohio State, but it was a good game. They were in it for the majority of the game, so pretty much all of it. So Jazzy went off, had like 30 points or whatever. It's just some of the other people just couldn't kind of produce at the end of the day. So. And it comes to defense, right? I mean, when you're giving up 80 points, it's hard to win. So,
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get out of here, guys. I'm gonna go make some pizzas, but we're going to get out of here. We'll be back on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday. So, until next time, guys, keep the torch burning bright. As always, fight on.
Right on.
Fight on.